Let's get Numbers 15 and 38 about the fringes. Numbers chapter 15 and 30. And for those who don't know what fringes are, they would look like this. Fringes. It's going to show you. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations. Meaning, when he told them that means this is a forever thing, forever and ever, ever. It never was done away with. So we still have to wear fringes. Salaki, I'm going to read it again. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders of ribbon of blue. Right, so when you see fringes, when you see brothers with fringes out there, they have the ribbon of blue because blue is a royal color. Also purple. Those were expensive colors back in the day. Royal colors at that. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments. Right, so when you wear this, you should always look upon it and think about the law, statutes, and commandments, which is the law. You should always think, damn, I can't go rob, I can't go steal. That ain't right. I got these fringes on. I have to keep the commandments. I can't go. You shouldn't be thinking about that anyway, but still, get the point. Salakia. Numbers chapter 15:39. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go horn. Right. So before we was into this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, before our spirit bear witness with this truth, things like that, we was out there in the world doing all kind of shit. We was doing all kind of things. I used to smoke weed, heavy into lustful things of this world. And the Lord said in First John, Salakia, 1 John 5 and 12, love not the world, love not the things that are in the world. For if you love the world, the Most High is not within them. So you can't love this world. You can't love the things that are in this world. You have to put all that away with. That was the old man. Now this is the new man, spiritually, not physically, not like you getting swole or anything. Like, this is the new man. It's what this really is, like your spirit, because it bears witness with this truth, because you was up there with the Most High at one point. All right. And so like I'm read again. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them, that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes. So when you doing things, but that's to please the flesh, and that's to do because it look good to you. It's in your own eyes. You feel that it's right, and that's contrary to the law. You can't do that. You can't do what's pleasing to you. You have to be pleasing the Father and the Son. Verse 40, that ye may so like I'm gonna finish reading it. And do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whoring, that ye may remember and do all the commandments, and be holy unto your God. Right, so when you have these fringes on, man, you should always remember these commandments, remember the laws, because they aren't grievous, meaning they shouldn't be a burden to you. They shouldn't be hard for you. Right, and I got some more precepts written down. So now that you know that you can't eat no shellfish, you can't get tattoos, you can't eat swine, you can't do all types of things. You can't. Let me get Salakia, let's get is that what I want? Let's go to 1 John 3 and 4. for those who don't know what sin is, let's go to the book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. This is for those who don't know what sin is. I'm finna show you. This is what the Lord said. I didn't say this. Whosoever committed sin transgresses also the law, for sin is transgressive of the law. So all of these law, statutes, and commandment that is in this book, if you go contrary to it, that's sin. Anything that is sin, that's contrary to the law, basically. Self-explanatory. Let's jump to verse 8. He that committed sin is of the devil, for the devil sinned it from the beginning. For this purpose the Son of the Most High was manifest, that he might destroy the works of the devil. Right, so when you sin and you continually sin, you just going off and things like that, that's all on the left-hand side. That's unrighteous. And things like that. You're getting blessed on the left-hand side. You wouldn't be getting blessed on the right-hand side because you sinning. How you sinning and thinking you blessed? That don't make sense. That's an unequal balance. And the Lord deals with balances. Right? This is Salakia. Let's go to 1 John 5 and 2 real quick. This is the love of the Most High. For y'all that say y'all love the Most High, this is the love of him. By this we know that we love the children of the Most High, when we love God and keep his commandments. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments aren't grievous. So if you love the Most High, you'll keep his commandments. You wouldn't go contrary to the law. You'll keep all his laws, statutes, and commandments. The reason why we're put in this captivity anyway, because we didn't listen. Right? Now let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 3, 16. This is how you should pray. Salakia, 1 Corinthians 11 and 3, Salakia. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God. So there's an order. There's the Most High, his son, man, then there's the woman. A woman doesn't have a usurp authority over you at all. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonored his head, right? So when you when the word is going on, when you preach, when you prophesying out there in the highways and byways, and as you praying, your head should be uncovered for the men. The head should always be uncovered when the word is given out, when the word is coming out, and when you're prophesying or when you're praying. But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonored her head, right? So women, you have to have your head covered when the word is coming out, or when you teaching the young ones, because women can't teach. They don't teach. There's not one woman prophet in this Bible. And if you go to 2 Timothy verse 2 and 12, it says, I give not the authority for, quote, I'm just quoting, I give not the authority for a woman to teach. Women are not supposed to teach. But every woman that prayeth or prophesied with her head uncovered dishonored her head. For that is even all one as if she were shaven. But if the woman be not covered, but if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn. But if it be a shame for women to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered, right? So if you women that shave their head and things like that, it'll be okay. But if not, like if you're ashamed of it, cover your head. And let's get some more precepts. Alright, so that just about wraps it up for part 2, but I wanted to go into For those who think the Lord, who don't know what the Lord looks like, there's a description of him. There's a description of the Messiah. He's not white. His name is not Jesus. It's the white man God, Jesus Christ. Our God is Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. Right, so the Lord had woolly hair. Who was known for having woolly hair? White people don't have woolly hair. They have straight, long hair. Any other nation, they don't have woolly hair like us. We have woolly hair. Right? As white as snow, meaning he had white hair. And his eyes were as a flame of fire. His eyes were red, not blue. His eyes were red, not blue. His eyes were red because he drank a lot of wine. Salakia. And his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass. Now, if you look up brass, it's like a brownish color. It's a very dark color, as if they burned in a furnace. Now, if you take anything and burn it, it doesn't turn white. It doesn't get lighter. It gets darker. So the Lord was a very dark-skinned man. He was a dark, complex man. His skin complexion was very dark, and his voice as the sound of many waters. Right, so that just and all these prophets, all these prophets in this book are brown, a so-called black men, Salakia. If you go to Daniel 10 and 6, Daniel 7 and 9, Songs of Solomon 1 and 5, you know, Job 30 and 30, Jeremiah 14 and 2, things like that. Y'all can look those precepts up. And it's pretty much wraps it up for the for part 2. I hope anybody who's watching this video was edified from the milk. This is just the basic, like, knowledge and understanding and wisdom of the scriptures. Knowing who you are, coming back to your heritage and your nationality. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Hamashiach, Malak Yahushua, Barakatham, Kwame Yasha'Allah.